So, Hatessa, is that the most flattering name for a character ever, or what?
I think so. It's definitely one of the most memorable. Hot Tessa works. I actually have a cousin named Tessa. I think I might start calling her that.
Makes sense. So, when you're working on a spoof film like this, I'm curious, and with a really great ensemble cast, what's the atmosphere like on set? Is it different from when you're on a more, serious movie?
Definitely. There's a lot of levity on set, a lot of jokes. Just in every scene that you're setting up. Did you get to see the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so I can make these references, obviously, that you'll know. And obviously, I guess if you're doing a review, it probably wouldn't be very good if you hadn't seen the film.
It's kind of a requirement,
sometimes people don't get a chance to see it, so I have to ask.
Right.
When you're ramming a giant phallus through, how can you do a scene like that without keeping a straight face?
Right.
Or there's so many other scenes that they're just too numerous to mention. So yeah, we really had a lot of good laughs, and Will Sasso is very, very quick of mind. So you never really quite know what's going to come out of his mouth or how it's going to come out. But yeah, we had a lot of laughs.
Right. Is it on a film like this? Do you improv a lot too? Do you ad lib a lot, or did you guys stick more to the script?
There was definitely some improv going on, especially by Will, and there were some ideas that I think kind of came up as we went along. Like, I believe that last kiss between my character and Sophie Monk was an addition. Can't imagine why, but things like this, and it's kind of like a choose-your-own-adventure book. They go, oh, that would be really great. Maybe we should do that.
Right.
But then on the other side of things, they definitely had a very strong image of what they wanted and how they wanted it to be. So
right.
It was a blend.
Now, one of my writers who's seen the film wanted me to ask you about that kiss, and I wasn't going to because I couldn't think of a tactful way to bring it up. But since you brought it up, what was filming that like?
I really didn't have any problem with it. After working on a season of The L Word and
right.
my own personal experiences, I have absolutely no problem with doing love scenes, really of any kind.
Sure.
It's honestly, it's part of the job. Mm-hmm. You just hope the person that you're working with makes it easy. And I think Sophie might have been a little bit nervous,
right.
But she's hot. She's got great lips. What's not to enjoy?
Right. Are you a fan of the kind of movies that you're spoofing for this film? Have you seen most of them? Did you have to do any research, or was it just kind of like jump in and have fun?
Yeah, I think I am a fan to a certain extent. We did view the 300 movie because with the love scene between Will and I, we wanted to try to make it as true to form under the confines of our set, and we had to work with as we could. So we did view that. Also, Jeff Canoe, the director, who we all know from Revenge of the Nerds, gave me a book in the very beginning when I first met with him called Lady Macbeth, and he said, I know we're doing a spoof film. Not only is this a great book, but I think Hot Character can relate
close to
relate to this character, Lady Macbeth, who uses her feminine wiles to manipulate and achieve what she wants. And yes, Hot Tessa definitely does do that.
All right, so switching gears a little bit, can I ask you about Love Orchard?
Absolutely.
So I understand that your part in that role was written just for you, correct?
That is correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I guess when you have the luxury of your dad writing the script
right.
with you in mind, yes.
Right. Now, but obviously, so for you, this was kind of a nice change of pace to really get to tackle a more dramatic role, right?
Absolutely. I've had a very wide range of roles in my career, from sci-fi to fantasy to action to dramatic to just about everything. And now with this, the broad comedy. So, yeah, this story, as I'm sure you know, is inspired by true events and is very close to my heart. And obviously we shot it on partially on my parents' farm in upstate New York and then partially in the Mojave Desert. So it was a really amazing experience to not only play this wonderful character that was created by my father, who knows me so well, but also to go back to from whence I came and,
right.
and shoot this film and have a lot of support from the community and some incredible locations, you know, and then the whole post process that's come together after that, as you were a part of. We have this amazing gentleman doing the score who's a Grammy winner. His name is Julio Reyes, and he works with a lot of the Latino artists, and he himself is an immigrant from Colombia. So we've attracted a lot of really wonderful people who really believe in the importance of the subject matter and the story getting out there. And of course, Bruce Dern, who is such a legend. Probably one of my most memorable working experiences was working with him and the way he works. As he says, you know, a scene is like a dance. And it was great to have a great dance partner, and that's also how I felt about him.
Great. Now, you mentioned, obviously, you've had a wide-spanning career, but I would probably get picketed by my readers, if I didn't ask you about Terminator 3, which obviously had a big impact on your career. What was that experience like for you?
It was amazing. I mean, it was a lot of hard work. Very, very physical, and it was the first time that I really was able to just submerge myself in my work, meaning from the inside out, and doing extensive training, physically putting on about 15 pounds of muscle mass, doing weapons training, Israeli martial arts, Krav Maga, weight training, nutritionist. I had a mind coach. So it really taught me about all the layers in creating a character. And with the exception, I mean, this is a highly, highly physical character and role. But in doing so, I always take into consideration, you know, what is the physicality of the character? What are we really going for? And how does that impact the performance? And each character is different. But that really taught me a lot and how to work from the inside out. And also not only that, but just to really glean the importance of film around the world and the magnitude and the impact that it has upon the world was massive. And that's why I think, to come back to Love Orchard, we really wanted to start a company like with Loken Man Productions that can have this thrust of education as well as entertainment when we see how much impact the medium of film and television truly has.
Right, absolutely. Well, great. So, quick question. You know, you had stints on Pensacola, Wings of Gold, Philly, and D.C. Do you have like a clause in your contract that says if you're going to be on a TV show, it has to have the name of a city in the title?
That's true. I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah, you know, you just never know. I had the control over the title of our project, but certainly not the others.